Chelsea take on Arsenal in the Stamford Bridge as what seems to be the biggest match in the week 11 of the English Premier League. And Premier League returns after a midweek in Europe, in Champions League, in Europa, and Conference League. I'm not alone as usual. I have UB here with me. UB, welcome.
Thank you very much.
My name remains GP, and this is Football Final Whistle, where we talk everything football. Chelsea welcome Arsenal in the Stamford Bridge. What seems to be the biggest match in the English Premier League this weekend, and we have a couple of interesting matches this weekend again. Are you looking forward to this weekend in the English Premier League?
So much. Because we know after this weekend now, I'm going to go straight to the international break. So we look forward to what's going to happen this weekend because before the international break like this, clubs have to stay strong, like at least keep a very strong position on the table. So when they come back, they know they can build from that. So looking forward to this weekend, see what's going to happen.
I hope you're looking forward to this weekend, just like we are looking forward to this weekend. After 10 matches, the Premier League table seemed to have taken a new shape. We are seeing surprises in the league. We see Liverpool go back top where they ought to be. And officially in the English Premier League, there are no more unbeatens. Everybody has lost officially in the English Premier League after 10 games. We're not surprised. After 10 games, no longer.
It's been a long time coming, especially for the club we're talking about, Man City. They lost last weekend. So it's a long time coming because we knew that Rodri was going to be a very huge miss for them. So they lost to Bournemouth.
Yes.
It was a very funny loss to Bournemouth last weekend. And interestingly, just below them, it's Nottingham Forest.
Very surprising for football fans of the English Premier League. Like, that is surprising.
It's crazy. But then it's also been a long time coming. Because that's the club that I think they changed more than 11 players.
Yes.
Just I think a season or two ago. So we expected them to pick up at some point.
They seem to have
all they did was to change coach.
And they did.
And they look at them playing like they beat Liverpool. They are winning matches. They drew Chelsea, drew Arsenal.
They beat Arsenal.
They beat Arsenal.
And they beat City.
Imagine that.
That is a massive feat for them. Quickly, let's just look at how the Premier League table looks like after 10 matches going into the 11th day of the English Premier League. Top of the standings, sitting comfortably with 2 points clear of second position, Liverpool, 25 points after 10 games. Second position, just like we said, Manchester City, 23 points. Surprising for everybody in the English Premier League and English Premier League fans with 19 points. Nottingham Forest, sits third in the English Premier League. Fourth position, we see Chelsea with 18 points. Arsenal, just last week, they were seated second, but now they are fifth in the English Premier League with 18 points. Aston Villa dropped way down to sixth with 18 points. Then to the relegation battle, Ipswich remain 18th with 5 points after 10 games. Southampton, 4 points. And not surprising, Wolves sits last, 20th position with 3 points. After 10 games, 0 wins, 3 draw, and 7 losses for Wolves. And they are seated bottom of the English Premier League. Not surprising. No single win.
Not surprising to a lot of levels, because when you are playing football, you have to understand that this defending part. The game against Chelsea was showing their defensive lapses,
flaws.
Yes, so it's not surprising, not very surprising. I mean, I think this is the year, because we're thinking it's maybe just a 1, 2, 3 game thing, but now we are seeing that they are not good.
Well, we hope they don't go down. In this week 11, we have a couple of interesting matches to look forward to. Just like the previous week, in the match week 10, we saw a couple of games with a lot of goals, just like we said. And this week will not be different. We are seeing very interesting fixtures. We'll start from Saturday. The early kickoff on Saturday, we'll see Brentford take on high-flying, new, juvenated Bournemouth. That will be a match to look forward to. And we'll see another match, we'll see struggling West Ham welcome struggling Everton. Back in the days, this will be a match that people will keep an eye on, but it seems these days both teams are struggling really good. And for another good fixture that we'll be looking forward to, we'll see Brighton welcome Manchester City. After their loss in the Premier League, will we see City bounce back this week? And another wonderful fixture this week, we'll see Liverpool welcome Aston Villa in the Anfield. Another cracker to look forward to. Then when we cross over to on Sunday, we'll see the red side of Manchester United take on Leicester City. The high-flying, shocking Nottingham Forest will take on another high-flying side, Newcastle United. After their win against Arsenal, seems they'll pick up from there this week. And for the biggest match of this week, we'll see Chelsea welcome Arsenal in what seems to be the biggest fixture of this week 11. These are the matches we expect this week. Today will start with the biggest match, Chelsea, Arsenal. Arsenal has lost back-to-back in the English Premier League. We can't remember the last time this happened. Back-to-back loss for the Gunners. Will we see Arsenal lose again this week, What do we expect from this match?
I don't really expect a loss from Arsenal. Personally, I expect a draw because it's always different when you are playing your rivals. It's just more like they lost to Bournemouth, they lost to Newcastle. All those teams are things that but you are playing Chelsea, who we know is a rival club to you in many ways. So I'm expecting a draw from that match.
Let's not forget, this is a London derby.
Exactly, it's a derby game. So I'm expecting a draw. It's going to be a serious match. Nobody should go into that game expecting to win. Nobody, because it's not going to be as open as starts.
But in recent times, we've seen Arsenal beat Chelsea home and away. We've seen Arsenal. They seems to have gotten the password of Chelsea recently. In the last 5 meetings, Chelsea has not won. In the last 5 meetings, Chelsea has not won. Just one draw in the last 5 meetings in the Premier League. And that draw came last season when Chelsea were winning 2-0 and Arsenal came back and the game ended. That is the only point Chelsea have had against Arsenal for the past 5 matches. In fact, the last time Chelsea won a game against Arsenal came way back 2021. That was the last time Chelsea got 3 points of Arsenal in all competition.
This is a different Chelsea. We expect this Chelsea is more organized. They know what they are doing. The only way Arsenal get goals from this game is mistakes. Arsenal like to sit and defend these days. The Arsenal we see these days is an Arsenal that likes to sit back and try to detect the game by looking for maybe a counter attack or whatever it is. Arsenal don't come out and play like the Arsenal we used to know these days. So, and Chelsea kind of thrive off you sitting back and try to, except it's a small team, then it's hard for them to break. But if it's a team like Arsenal, Chelsea will find it easy. Chelsea won't find it difficult when a team tries to play with also play with them. So I expect Arsenal to sit back and they are going to Stamford Bridge.
Yes.
Chelsea's home. So Arsenal is not going to just come out and start playing because they have not been doing it recently. So I think the game will be a very interesting game actually.
Yes, we expect this game to be a very, very interesting game. At the Stamford Bridge, for 2-3 seasons, Arsenal has come to Stamford Bridge and gone away with all 3 points. Why do you think this will be different?
Like I said, there's a structure now. The new coach that came in, Maresca, is building something, and it's looking like it's not going to be business as usual, where teams just come and wipe the floor with Chelsea and all that. I think Chelsea is playing good football, not just good football. They are playing tactically sound football. So I feel like it's going to be a war of tactics. We're going to see students of Guardiola wrestle them, play against each other, Manesca and Ateta.
Arteta.
So may the best man win.
May the best man win. You'll be talking about Enzo Maresca. We've seen him put up some experiments recently. Before James got back, we saw Gusto and we saw Cucurella. But for the past 2-3 matches, we've seen him tweak that formation. We see him starting both James and both Gusto. Do you think that is a good tactical switch? Against Manchester United, he did same, and most fans were questioning that tactics. Why would you have a natural left back and you're playing a Gusto?
I mean, fans have the right to question the tactic, but he has been tweaking and tweaking, and it's been working. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, not all the time. But I'm very sure he has reasons for doing those tweaks. Yes, we know Kukrela is good, but sometimes, according to him, he changes tactics per game. Maybe those changes were tactical changes, but then we saw that last match against Man U, Malo Gusto was not
effective.
It was not very effective.
But the good
And
thing
he was the one that was playing the right back. He was the one that was playing that natural wing.
Yes.
James was the one playing the unnatural wing, the left back. He was the one playing natural wing. So he was not himself that day. So I think it's time for us to see, maybe we'll see Maresca play with James at right back and bring back Cucurella in the left back. Because Cucurella seems to have gotten used to that position until he changed the whole thing. I don't know what happened. We've also seen Enzo Fernandez being benched by Romo Lavia.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons, because for the past 2-3 games, every time you see Enzo play, it seems like he's no more confident on the ball. You know, Chelsea, the way Chelsea plays, Chelsea kind of attracts pressure. They kind of want you to come
at them.
At them, exactly. So I feel like most of the time you see Enzo Fernandez fidgeting and losing the ball. He lost the ball a few times. But Lavia is more confident on the ball. So for later seasons, hopefully he keeps Malo Gusto on the bench, plays Cucurella at left back and plays James at right back, because that will give us more balance. Because I feel like that's what happened, because there were a lot of crucial passes Gusto needed to make in the first half that would have led to goals that he made the very wrong passes.
I agree with you.
And we didn't. That's how Chelsea lost that, almost lost that game. Yeah. So first half would have been done if normally what we play is the transitions are just straight and fast, quick. But Malo Gusto was playing a lot of bad passes, so it affected the game. So let's hope Maresca does those buttons switch back to the normal way it's supposed to be.
Yes, let's hope Maresca does those switches back to the way it's supposed to be. You be last season, the last time Arsenal and Chelsea played, he ended 5-0 in favor of Arsenal. And Arsenal have welcomed back Saliba and Saka and some other crucial players to this team. Will the score line from last season and this Arsenal team that have welcomed back their key players play a very good role against Chelsea?
Well, it's glaring that it's not going to be 5-0. It's definitely not going to be 5-0. It's never going to be 2-0. If anybody gets to win this match, it's going to be by a 1-goal margin or a draw. That's what I feel like. It's not going to be a goal that one person battering. I don't feel like that's going to be the case. Definitely not Arsenal, because we've seen the match against Newcastle. we saw how Newcastle was able to
Arsenal struggled a
Arsenal
lot.
struggled so much. Bournemouth, they said okay, it was the red card. That was their excuse. But the last game against Newcastle, there was no red card, and Newcastle managed to go away with all 3 points from that match. So I don't feel like Arsenal are in a good position to start feeling like they will come and score 5 goals. Nah, they are not in that position right now. They can't be.
Before we leave Arsenal versus Chelsea match, you talked about Enzo Fernandez. Some Chelsea fans are saying with Caicedo and Lavia as a pivot for this Chelsea team lacks creativity. I don't know if you agree with that. I saw that argument over the weekend after drawing with Manchester United.
Them saying the team lacks creativity, they are that's kind of funny because yes, once in a while, and I mean once in a while, you see Enzo play all those passes where he goes over the defense. I guess we can call that creativity, but it's once in a while. Not like it happens very often that way. The only person we see is Cole Palmer. He's the creative part of that midfield. Cole Palmer, and he plays. I mean, every day we watch Cole Palmer, we see his first touches. The first touches he does in the midfield position that you kind of wonder like how did he do that? I mean, there was a touch he made in the
Against
midfield
Manchester
against United. Deleted 2 players. I was like, what? So the creativity is. I don't like when they try to paint Enzo Fernandez as the creativity of the team. He doesn't play. He's losing balls. He's losing balls. Like we are playing from the back. We all know that that's our football. That is what we thrive off, playing from the back. And once you have a player who is not good at holding the ball, attracting this pressure, and actually coming out on the high side, it's not good. It's not good because when he plays, if you use the ball straight,
dangerous.
They are going back. They're attacking straight. So you can't be losing the ball there. Thank God for Caicedo. Caicedo barely loses the ball there.
Seems to have integrated well into this team.
Very well. And Lavia too. How did he lose the ball there? And these two players, even if they do lose the ball, they fight back to win the ball back.
Absolutely.
So I don't think there's any. They've been talking about okay, Chelsea needs a defensive balance. We are good attacking wise, but the defense is not there. So if Maresca has found a way to block that loophole somehow to an extent, and Lavia is the key, I think we should just stick to that for now.
Chelsea should stick to that for now, UB. Before we leave this match, scoreline, UB.
I'm going to be bold and say 2-1 in favor of Chelsea.
UB wants to be bold and call it 2-1 in favor of Chelsea. I don't know what you think. Do well. Drop what you think. Chelsea versus Arsenal. Your scoreline. Straight up to the next. Can call it big match. Nottingham Forest versus Newcastle UB.
Newcastle just picked up their form. I don't see anything other than a draw or a win for Nottingham Forest the way I see Nottingham Forest play. Yes. Newcastle plays physical football. Nottingham Forest to a large extent play physical football too. And they have a red hot informed striker.
Both of them had red hot informed strikers.
No. Chris Wood is on 8 or 9 goals now. Isak just scored his second or third goal. He just found his form.
He just got back from injury not a couple of weeks ago.
He just found his form. This here is a striker who scores every game. Chris Wood, I don't think I remember a game he has not scored this season.
Absolutely.
He scores every game. Every game he scores. So you can't compare the two strikers. As far as those chances come, it's going to top them away. So I feel like it's either going to be a draw or a win for Nottingham Forest. I don't see Newcastle beating Nottingham Forest. Yes, don't see.
UB doesn't think Newcastle will beat Nottingham Forest. Next match will be Manchester United against Leicester. We saw what Manchester United got a point of Chelsea, or rather Chelsea got a point of Manchester United. with their interim manager, Van Nistelrooy, and their incoming manager. What do we expect from Manchester United and Leicester?
Nothing different. I mean, Manchester United beat them in the Carabao Cup
Emphatically.
just few weeks ago. Emphatic win, exactly.
Yes.
So I don't feel like there's going to be anything different. I mean, if anything, man, you are going the right direction. We have all seen that their game has changed. Their game has changed to a reasonable level. They now feel better attacking, or they need to improve their goal scoring, their
conversion rates
in front of goals. They are wasteful, a bit wasteful. Because against Chelsea,
we saw
a lot of
lost chances.
Yes. So once they can work on that going forward, and then once the new coach comes in, because after this weekend now, before the international break ends, the coach is already here.
Yeah.
So what they just need now is find a way to finish off those chances. And they've already done so against this particular team, but in a different competition.
Yeah.
So you just need to do. I mean, Valencia did not take time to get to how to play Leicester.
Absolutely.
Premier League should not be that different.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So
we see Manchester United
winning. Yes.
All the way. Liverpool, Aston Villa, UB. This is a match everybody will be keeping an eye on. First position versus sixth. We've seen Aston Villa high flyers this season in the top 4 till last weekend, and they came down to sixth. Liverpool, they seem to have gotten gelled well, or rather, they seem to have gelled well despite bringing in slots, and he seems to have slotted well to this Liverpool team. Liverpool are scoring goals. They are taking their chances. Last week against Brighton, 1-0 down. In the space of 2 minutes, came out 2-1 winners.
And won the game.
And they won the game. Against Unai Emery's Aston Villa, what should we expect from this game, UB?
Aston Villa started the season well. But right now, they are not in Europe though. In domestically in Premier League, they are dropping form.
Their pace seems to have reduced.
They have reduced a lot. So I don't expect any miracles against. As we know, Liverpool are coming with so much confidence.
Yes.
They've won their last how many games? I mean, have you had any draw? They've won all the games in the Champions League.
Yes.
Won almost all the games in Premier League. Just one loss.
Just one loss.
Draw.
Yes.
They've just been winning and just one loss. So Liverpool are coming with some serious form. While Aston Villa coming from I think they lost. Was it a draw?
A draw.
But they definitely did not win.
They drop points.
They drop points last weekend.
Yes.
So this game, and I feel
they lost 4-1 against Tottenham.
Exactly. So there's no way they will get the confidence to battle. Highest they can get from that game is a draw, and that's if they are having a good day. So I expect a draw, the best.
The odds are in the favor of Liverpool actually.
In all
competition, they've beaten Aston Villa back to back in over 5 games. The last time Aston Villa won against Liverpool way back 2020, and they won 7-2. For over 6-7 games, they've lost against Liverpool. In fact, the only point they got in the last 5 matches against Liverpool came last season. That they got a point after playing a 3-3 draw at Upton Park. That was the first time they got even a point off Liverpool for the past 5 matches. Win. Do we expect a win again for Liverpool?
To a large extent, we expect a win, or a draw at least.
Draw at least.
Well, yes, I'm not seeing Aston Villa. I mean, things turn around, red cards and all those offsets.
Part of the game.
Yes. So anything can happen, but normally everything working together, everything going as planned. I don't expect Aston Villa to beat Liverpool because Liverpool is in form.
Red hot form.
Is in form. just midweek, we saw them batter
Bayer Leverkusen.
Bayer Leverkusen. I mean, that was crazy. First half 0-0, second half
4-0.
That was crazy. So Liverpool are in red hot form. They're in red hot form right now, and if they keep going that way, I don't think even Aston Villa has what it takes to stand in their way.
I love what Sloss is doing to this Liverpool team in terms of his game management. He knows when to play Luis Diaz. He knows when to play Gakpo. Like, I love how he tweaks these players, and it seems to be clicking well.
I mean, Jota went injured. We say, no issue.
No miss.
No issue.
He wasn't missed.
He came and we had Liverpool fans complaining about the number 4 position, because since Fabinho left, he came in.
Gavin Beck
adapted very easily, like as if he had been playing that
exactly
all his life.
Wow.
So whatever he's doing with these players, it is working.
Absolutely.
It is working.
Absolutely.
So maybe that will make all the rumors about Arnold leaving, maybe we make him stay if they continue to play the way they are playing right now. Because maybe by January, when it opens and everybody expects Arnold to leave, you might just say, okay, and we're on top of this table. Okay, I think I will just stay. If it's possible, it can happen.
I doubt if Arnold will leave, actually.
I doubt that too.
So you'll be the next match, big match per se, Brighton, Manchester City. Manchester City lost last weekend. Will this spur them to battering Brighton?
Let me tell you what happened. We thought, okay, they lost to who did they lose to in the Carabao Cup?
They lost to Tottenham.
The Carabao Cup.
Yes.
Everybody was like, "Oh my God, Bournemouth are going to see hell. That loss is going. They are going to get everything." What did we end up saying?
They lost again.
They lost again. So are we going to come back and say, "Oh, because they lost"? Okay, we said the same thing. Oh my God. They lost to Bournemouth again. My God, Sporting is going to collect a lot of goals. They are going to. What happened?
They lost again.
Battered. They did not lose. They were battered. 4-1 is a scoreline that is not expected from
3 back-to-back losses for. I can't remember when last.
4-1 at home.
I can't remember when last City lost 3 back-to-back games.
4-1 at home. Do you know what that means? So instead of to come back and say, and this is against Brighton, I love scoring, I score for fun. I love scoring. Nah. Right now, I don't think Man City has the defense to hold Brighton. Welbeck is doing so well.
Yes.
He's scoring goals.
Yes.
They have Adingra. They have this other
Mitoma.
Trust me. That's all they have to do is find a way to get the ball to Haaland. Because when Haaland is not getting the ball, he's not going to come in to the midfield and start getting the ball and go. That's not Haaland's kind of striker. Bring the ball to me. I'm going to wait up front. Bring the ball to me, I'll finish it off. But it's not the kind of striker we are seeing like Nico Jackson and the Hurricanes. That when they're not seeing the ball, they'll drop back to the midfield and get the ball, and then let's attack. He waits there. He wants the ball to be brought to him there. And these days, the fact that it's not happening. I mean, his confidence was so that he lost a penalty.
Yes.
I mean, what kind of penalty? What penalty was that? He hit the top bar, not even.
He went for power instead.
Like that. Do you know how much he has to drop for him to do that? Because Alan's penalties, I've been watching a lot of his penalties. He's always low and in the corner. For some reason, he went for power this time. No. So that means he was not sure of himself. That's just what it means. He was not sure of himself. So he decided to hit it hard. And he lost the penalty. So Alan is not in form right now. Why? Because he's not seeing a lot of the ball. He's not seeing a lot of the ball, and he's the kind of striker that does not come to demand for the ball. He stays up front there and
waits for the ball.
Wait for the ball. So I'm not expecting any magic to happen. Man City should prepare for a serious game. And they don't have the players for it. A lot of injuries. The injuries are not helping them either.
Yes.
You have a lot of injuries. I mean, the list is long. It's Guardiola's turn. Seasons past, when KDB has been injured. Kevin De Bruyne has been injured. He has found a way to cover up for him, but he has not seemed to find a way to cover up for Rodri. Rodri is injured now, and it's a long injury, and he has not found a way. Kovacic is not that guy. Kovacic is not whoever he chooses to play, and with the pattern he's playing, with centre back talking into the midfield, right back talking into the and all that commotion tactics that he plays, teams seem to catch him on the counter a lot. I mean, if you watch that game against Sporting, oh my God, I can't count the number of times Gyökeres was getting had one-on-one behind defenders, like it was crazy. It was crazy, and you don't expect, and you know, Brighton thrive off that. They like it, and they have pacey players that are going to take ball and be on the run, and before you know they are behind the defense. So Manchester should prepare for a serious game. Should prepare for a serious game because it's not going to be easy for them.
Where will this game swing? Brighton or City? UB?
Funny enough, I don't see Guardiola bouncing from this right now.
Right? To be a loss?
I feel like it's going to be a loss or a draw. A loss for City or a draw.
A lost or withdraw. Then finally, the last fixture, Brentford, Bournemouth.
Bournemouth are going to beat Brentford. Brentford have not found the good form. They're scoring goals, but they don't manage to win those matches. It's not just that they don't win; they lose the matches. Imagine when you're scoring goals and then you still manage to concede, you concede and then so they are losing them. And Bournemouth are in a very good form. They got a win again. They are tough matches. Yes. A win against Arsenal, a win against Man City at a stretch. That gives you serious confidence.
Absolutely.
Serious confidence. And you play Chelsea and you almost get a draw. It's just a last minute goal. That game, you almost beat them would have beaten Chelsea, Arsenal, and Man City. I mean, or drawn. So if not for this Sanchez save, penalty save in that match. So we are seeing Bournemouth. They thrive. They are thriving these days. They are playing big teams, and Brentford are not in the form we know them to be. They are losing matches even when they are scoring goals.
All 3 points to Bournemouth.
Yes. Bournemouth will take all 3 points.
UB thinks Bournemouth to go with all the 3 points. I don't know what you think, guys. Do well to drop what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share for more football trending stories. We are now on Twitter. We are now on TikTok. The conversation continues on those platforms. It remains Football Final Whistle. Till next week, guys. As the international break, we'll come to international break next week. See you next week.
Bye.